Podcasting Reviews.
What a already off to a good stop, man.
Oh,
that is a terrible name.
What do we call this then?
Alert. Alert. Self-destruction imminent. Please proceed to the escape pod. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Escape tube.
Ugh. I'm Tree.
I'm Cuba.
This is our Escape Pod movie reviews. This episode, it's kind of late to the game, but the DVD will be coming out pretty soon. It's G.I. Joe Retaliation. Oh, general consensus, the first one, fucking terrible. They ruined everything.
Marlon Wayans was never part of my childhood.
G.I. Joe Retaliation finally, showed its trailer, showed its posters, like, oh my god, finally, someone gets it right. They killed off the old crew, they brought in The Rock, they
literally killed off the old crew.
They brought in The Rock, good decision.
Who looks like a G.I. Joe.
Looks like one of those fucking figures.
He's got all the articulation.
And they brought in Bruce Willis, which, let's face it, if you're gonna have a G.I. Joe movie in general, like when it was popular back in the 80s, you'd cast Bruce Willis.
If they made G.I. Joe in 1986, Bruce Willis would have been the Rock character. When I look at the Rock, I see him as a toy, as one of the G.I. Joes, like the 3-inch G.I. Joe toys. When I see Bruce Willis, I see him as the old G.I. Joe.
And from the posters, they finally got Cobra Commander perfect. But like, as soon as they showed that poster, I was like, gotta see this movie. This movie's got a good Cobra Commander. He's got the mirror mask, he's got the black suit that's just like, I'm a badass motherfucker.
He's intimidating. He's not an asshole in a plastic asthmatic mask.
He did not. They gave him a slick, new...
ominous voice.
Yes. Already it had a good start. Okay, you've got all this stuff going for it.
It looked like a G.I. Joe movie.
I'm pumped. I'm ready to see it. And then we watched it. So...
and G.I. Joe Retaliation is a poorly edited music video.
The plot starts off okay.
The original 80s cartoon used like the lasers. Lasers aren't realistic in this day and age.
I really like the tracers.
Yeah, the tracer fire looked like the G.I. Joe laser fire,
which
that was
awesome.
Pretty cool. And they used G.I. Joe vehicles. I think I spent half the movie going, I had that! I had that! I had that! Although their miss one was the giant battle techno drone tank thing that had the helipads. That had you move the fucking thing down. The giant mortar came out the top. I had that. So they wipe out the Joes, and the only survivors are The Rock, the hot chick, and some guy. some plain asshole that I don't even know who he was. He didn't even have a G.I. Joe name. His name was like Bill. just give him a good G.I. Joe name.
Give him something to do.
Call him Bumfuck. Something. Just good. God damn. He might as well have not even been in the movie.
He could have been Channing Tatum. At least he would have had an already established character.
Yeah, and not bumless Bumfuck.
Yeah, all of a sudden, so they get on, the plot has been established. They're going to find out what's wrong, who hired the hit.
They're retaliating.
And then this whole other movie starts to happen.
We jump to Japan, where the RZA is a blind kung fu master of a ninja clan. Stick to your terrible rap music with their 9 other guys. You're not an actor. You're not a kung fu master. You suck. God damn you!
Snake Eyes going after Storm Shadow.
And it became 2 different movies.
Yes, and they didn't coincide with each other really until the last 2 minutes of the ending. But it was so jarring when they transitioned between each movie.
It wasn't like a classic Lucas fade or swipe or anything like that. It was the scene abruptly ends and jumps to Japan. What the fuck? It's like, we gotta save the president because this, Japan!
And then the movie continues. Bruce Willis comes into it.
General Joe Colton or something like that.
Wasn't it?
I think so. That he's the one that the Joe team was named after. When he at first is like, no, I'm not gonna help you. I need proof. Here's your proof. I still can't help you. Explosions to distract you from the 2 different movies going on. And suddenly Bruce Willis is like, I'll help you. Walk through my house. See that TV? That's not a TV. It's a gun shack. See that light bulb? That's not a light bulb. It's a grenade. Kitchen knives? No. Plastic explosives. Like, what does this man eat and sit on?
So, The movie all of a sudden in the middle just fucking slows down, and there's no rhyme or reason for it.
The Rock goes back to the hood.
There were points in this movie where I didn't understand what was going on because it was so poorly edited. I thought I had a bootleg version.
I did too. I think we had to check it. We had to pause it and we had to check it. We're like, is this a bootleg on? Is this a shaky cam?
Cobra Commander, he comes into play, and you're like, finally, Cobra Commander, and he's commanding. You know, what else can you say? He fucking stole the scenes. He's only in it for 5 minutes of the entire movie.
Underutilized.
What?
And he never screams Cobra once.
Cobra!
It's straight out of the cartoon. Makes no sense. Convoluted as all hell. And total global domination. Love it.
What I want to know is, in the first one, France gets annihilated by microbes, okay? In the second one, England gets annihilated by a giant thingy-majiggy. Just major cities are just getting exploded.
You know why?
Why?
America.
America!
This movie is good compared to the first one. But if that first one didn't exist, this would be a shitty fucking movie. I forgot I don't know the director's name. He directed Step Up 2, Step Up 3, and the Justin Bieber concert movie. Who was on cocaine when they said, we're gonna give you an action movie?
I think it was the editor's fault. I think we should blame the editor for this.
Well, doesn't the director kind of give the editor direction? This is how I want it done. I want it edited like a really bad Justin Bieber movie. On the ending is stupid. It ends with, they save the day at what? Literally 3, 2, 1, 0. Hollywood, look at me. Me and you, right here. No one else is in the room. When it reaches 0, it explodes, or shoots, or does whatever it does. If you press the button at 0 or after 0, you're shit out of luck. Stop it. Stop it at 1 if you want to be dramatic. When it hits 0, it ain't good. It's done. World over.
London was... How do you, just like Superman, how do you justify that much destruction?
Cobra. Well, that's different from Superman. Cobra destroyed London. It's not Superman taking a dump that destroyed London. It's the same.
I want to see that news article.
It's the same.
Superman's in space. He's flying around and he's like, fuck, I gotta take a dump. In space. Nothing's gonna happen. No, he poops and then it enters the atmosphere.
It's just like a fucking meteor.
Destroys London. Boom.
No, seriously, no, it's a whole different thing. Cobra, they had a satellite that it doesn't drop a nuclear weapon or anything. It drops like a giant tungsten rod that hits the ground so hard that for some reason it makes the city kind of implode. I can justify London being destroyed because Cobra, this terrorist organization, did that, blew and killed London as a test to show, hey, look, we're not fucking around. It's completely different with the Superman fighting Zod, destroying the city, being a super dick. Cobra Commander just... And then it ends the last 3.5 remaining G.I. Joes are getting medals. Bruce Willis has General Patton's gun that earlier in the movie he's told The Rock not to touch. And then he presents it to him, he gives them all medals, goes up to The Rock, he goes, this is for you. And he takes the gun and he's like, oh. He's like, cool. He's like, now, use it when you find Cobra Commander. He goes, I will. And he shoots off the gun in the middle of the park during a presidential ceremony. I know this is a G.I. Joe movie. Dude, who fires off a live round
the thing that
in the presence of the president, who has just spent the last 8 months kidnapped and impersonated during a goddamn ceremony, and who keeps General Patton's gun loaded in a box? Who fires that gun? You just depreciated its eBay value.
So the thing that jumps the shark for Cuba is he fired a loaded gun at a presidential ribbon ceremony. What do you give this movie?
Some fucks were given in the visual aesthetics of this movie. So I wouldn't say no fucks were given. Maybe I'd get the first movie, no fucks were given. This movie, they gave a couple of fucks. 3 fucks.
3 fucks?
Yeah, I'll give it. And one of those fucks is very generous.
That's real. That's really low.
It wasn't a good movie.
I'm gonna give this movie 2 fucks.
You're saying how my fucks are low, and you just low fucked me.
Price is Right fucked you. 2 fucks.
Wow.
G.I. Joe.
So if Superman wanted to be a dick and like was flying, let's say 30,000 feet in the air, and decided to take like a super duke over London, and then that hit the ground and made the same kind of implosion thing, that'd be a whole different thing.
Why are we talking more about Super Duke? Why are we talking about G.I. Joe? Another Duke.
That's because G.I. Joe is a super duke.
Superman poop is funny.
Maybe that should be our rating model. Fucks.
Is it a scale of fuck to 10?
So I gave 5 fucking fucks for this movie, and that's a good rating. 0 fucks is shit.
So it goes to 5?
Yeah.
You should go to 10.
10 fucks?
10 fucks?
10 fucks. 10 fucks is a good model.
That's all. That's messy in a while. Okay, but alright.
Knowing's half the battle. The other half of this battle is fucks.
Oh, this is a terrible, terrible thing.